I'm Lisa. I am designing for Simple Stories today. Thank you for joining me on my channel. I am going to start with some messy play. I've got this layout in my head. I've got some photos printed and I need to go on a dog walk. So I'm going to do the wet stuff now so that this can dry and then I can continue when I come back. I've got a really old stamp here. It's a Cocoa Daisy stamp and it's probably, I don't know, 6-7 years old, something like that. But it's one of my favorites. I love this stamp so much. So I'm going to start by using this paper here from Simple Stories. It's from the Faith collection. Oh, I like that side. I'm just going to do the top hand corner or the top bits to keep using that. That's a really nice side and I would know that I'm going to want to play with that side another time. So always worth checking out your other side before you start cutting or painting or anything like that. Now I want to keep the colours to match the kit, so I realised that this pink goes really well with this rose. I'm using a Kaiser colour and it's called Candy, which is a nice name for a pink paint, isn't it? So I'm going to just roughly plaster it down, then I'm going to let it dry once I've stamped. So I'm just going to press that down. I've made a bit of a mess there and I've got my dish underneath. That's not so great planning. And let's press that down. Ta-da! Don't worry about those bits that haven't come through. I am more than happy with that. And then I'm just going to repeat it. Let's press it this side this time. That one's a good one, isn't it? And I'll do another one for luck. I'm not sure how many I'm going to use, so if I do 3 and then I can just pick what I need. That's another good one. So what I like is when you lift it, you get these patterns here. I really like that, and I didn't want them to be perfect, so I'm more than happy, and I wanted to be able to see the paper through as well. So that is perfect. I shall leave that to dry and go on my dog walk. Okay, my stamped images are dry. I've ended up leaving them overnight. We went for a really long dog walk last night and I didn't want to come back into my studio when we got home as it was quite late. So I am cracking on with it this morning. I am going to start with some misting on here, which I am going to use this Blossom stencil here, which I'm absolutely in love with at the moment. It's my favourite stencil. It's from Dilutions. I'm keeping in with the pink theme. Actually, I want it wider rather than longer. Short, sharp bursts, so you've got more control of where it's going, and then just careful when you lift it. And I'm going to do, I have this thing, I like balance, so if I do something one side, I tend to do it the other as well. So that's my stenciling, and I'm going to leave that to dry whilst I cut out my leaves. Just gone around really roughly with my little scissors, and I'm just going to show you now. I'm going to use a craft knife. I want to keep some of the paper showing. I'm going to leave these because I love the paper and I do want the paper to be very visible. See here when obviously the stamped image didn't completely stamp. That to me works really well because I want to see the papers. I am though just going to tidy up these couple of little bits, and I'm literally going to almost draw as if you're drawing a line with the knife. I'm sure you know how to do this anyway, and it's as easy as that. So again, I'm not trying to get it perfect, but it's just to make the leaves there more visible. So I'm just trimming down my papers. I've trimmed that one, I've trimmed that one, and I've decided to have a wibbly wobbly edge. Lovely technical term there. Sometimes I do feel like punches are quite outdated now that we've got silhouettes and all these fancy cutting machines, but I still do really enjoy my punches. I haven't done that one very well. I like the simplicity of them. I've got a silhouette on my desk and I haven't really ever used it. I know that's awful. I like the fact of just being able to reach for a punch and just using it. It's quick, it's easy, and sometimes I think they're really handy to have. So I've done that. I think my paper's still sticky in places, but I'm going to go over some of that anyway. So let's start sticking down. I'm not sticking entirely to the long edges because I may want to just pop some bits under. I know I'm going to tuck these papers under here. Oh, that looks nice on that side, doesn't it? Slightly better there. Actually, I think I might lift that. Now I've got my photographs. I've printed off a few. I print my own photographs. Somebody asked me recently where I print my small photos. I do like printing small photographs. I just print them myself. I've got software. I just use Paint Shop Pro on my computer. It's really quick and easy, and I just print them myself. And I always tend to print them with a large white border as well. So I've got these. This was my birthday recently, and we met with my mum, my brother and sister, and my sister's family, and we all went for breakfast. So I'm going to do these almost like a film strip, I decided. I checked that they were the same widths when I was trimming them down. I'm not sure, although I wanted that on there. I'm gonna move these up. That's something I love about using this sticky tape, that I can change my mind. I am definitely a mind changer when it comes to scrapbooking. There we go, and I'm going to pop that down there. Decided to swap these over because these ones have got more bits that are loose and I want to thread it through a little bit. So I've got some 3D foam tape, and I'm just going to stick that on the back of the leaves. A little more mind changing going on. I had already decided that I was going to use that for my journaling behind my photograph, so I'm going to cut that out, and so I've just slid that underneath. I don't think much journaling is going to be happening on there. There isn't really the space now, but I like that it frames the photograph. I got these chipboard stickers to match the collection, which I really love. I'm just going to pop a few on here. I'm going to use this as my title, I think. I love things like this. I never really have any plan. Just play as I go. I need some of those. I will be going around with a black journal pen shortly as well. Now, I've also got some bits and pieces here that I want to use. I'm going to do something with that shortly. These are just some bits from the bits and pieces pack that I've got here somewhere. Here we go. I've already gone through. There's loads and loads of bits and pieces in there. I've already gone through and taken out what I thought would be suitable for my page. So I'm just going to have a little look and pick out some bits and pieces. Right, I'm leaving the bits and pieces for now, but I've got this sticker sheet here that I wanted to use some of the stickers. These are really fun. I might pop this one down here. I'm really close to my siblings, so some of these work really, really well for me. I'm going to use the love. There was another one here. Love one another. And I love the colour that it's bringing to my page as well. It's really nice pops of colour. So before I have my add my journaling, I'm just going to add a drop more colour in a few places. I've got a distress stain here. This one is called Tumbled Glass, and I need to go and get the kids up for school and sort breakfast, so that's the perfect time to leave these drippy bits to dry. This is a really old Tattered Angels one, but I love the colour and I knew it would match really well here. And let's do some larger yellow blobs. This is a Maya Mist. It's buttermilk cream, but it's got a really nice yellowy, as you will see. Yeah, and I am good to leave that to dry now. So I've almost finished this. I've decided my journaling's going at the top. I did think about putting it at the bottom, but it's kind of lost a little bit. It needs that background behind it. So I am going to just trim down the journaling, and I'm going to stick that in place. So there we have it. I added my journaling, gone round in my black pen. I've also added one of the little hearts from the bits and pieces and just gone round that in a black pen as well. And that is my layout finished. I shall give you a bit of a closer look. So we've got the painted stamp here on the really pretty flowery paper, and I amended the cloud here so that it fitted in with my page. We've got my little film strip of photos, and actually I just realised I'm going to quickly just frame my photo here, my birthday photo, so that it fits in with everything else. got the stickers, we've got the paper that I used the border punch and also flicked this up a little. And there we have it, and obviously the stenciling and the ink. I hope you've enjoyed this. I love using these collections. They are so colourful and so much fun. I am just going to love my time with Simple Stories so much. I just feel so happy. Thank you very much, and I shall see you soon. Bye.